Calentadas. All right. Good morning, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Your name?
Lorraine.
Good morning.
Hi, Lorraine. Lynette, hi. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Madison? Madison, okay.
Nice to meet you.
And ladies,
Amy.
go ahead and tap the screen to navigate through the slides.
Okay. Hi, my name is Lauren.
My name is Amy.
My name is Madison. And we're here to Flores. So in our team, there was mostly failures. Like, for an example, there wasn't like very much, I don't know how to say it.
But we also had some big success, like building a prototype and ideating our prototype.
In this project, we had a lot of lack of communication. There wasn't much communication with each other until the end when we were finalizing our prototype. And we had a lot of creative mindsets when it came to this prototype. We had a lot of ideas to create this prototype.
Our stakeholder is farmers. We chose this stakeholder because it was originally our stakeholder from a design challenge that we did not long ago. Ms. Shikums and her husband, Mr. Shikums, have a small garden full of small fruits. Since there has been some extreme heat in Fresno, their water that they used for their plants had evaporated. As Ms. Schnookums was looking for more water, she began getting sunburned. Ms. Schnookums wished that there was a better way to keep her plants fresh without having to go outside in the heat, worrying about the water evaporating and heat stress towards the crops.
Our customer's problem is heat stress towards plants and water evaporation.
Our current solutions are sprinklers, water through pipes, and vertical farming. Our solution is a thermal greenhouse. Our thermal greenhouse is going to function like any other greenhouse, but we have a thermal tarp that's going to act and protect from heat waves and fires.
What makes our product unique is that it's going to have a thermal greenhouse. It's going to have a thermal tarp over it, and like Madison said, it will protect the plants or crops, whatever you're growing inside. It would be protected from the heat.
Our unique value proposition. So we want to keep our crops fresh, and we also have a controlling system panel.
Something that our customers will gain is easily displayable greenhouse. It will have two sizes. It would be 10 feet by 5.5 feet or 2 by 3 feet.
Our cost structure, so these are our prices. So for the 10 by 5.5, it's gonna be around 500,000, and then for the 2 by 3 it's gonna be 10,000. We think our prices are good because to make one greenhouse, it's around 500,000. And our goal is to keep our crops fresh and for farmers to stay out of the heat.
Where we would sell our product, it would be at Home Depot, either in person or online. It would be on Amazon, and if our product will be a huge success, then we would eventually create our own website. We would also have it advertised on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you.
First off, can you all show us what this is and what it's doing? Was this yours?
Yes.
Okay, so
It's our prototype. It's basically.
you want to show?
Sure.
The whole Vanna White.
Yeah.
So this would be like our controlling panel, and right here it would be a latch so that you can open it and you can either walk inside or you can just easily move things if it's out of place. These are supposed to act like the water pipes, and it would be all around your greenhouse and on the top so that the water can be distributed all over your plants.
Good presentation. Or do you have anything else to add?
I do.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. All right. I'm just sorry.
Okay, so first off, I'm loving the coordination here. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Like 10 plus for that. What was I gonna say? Your slides. So you had some slides with the bullet points, but the words weren't aligned with the bullets. I don't know if that was intentional, but if you are gonna have it like not next to the bullet, then just don't have the bullets, or if you have the bullets, make sure it's aligned, because it kind of threw the slides off a little bit. I can kind of tell, and I'm not sure, maybe you all were nervous, but I can tell that there was not too much rehearsing, not too much practicing, and then reading the slides verbatim. Just try to steer away from that and just kind of glance at it and just talk to the audience at a glance and pull words from there and so forth. And then I think that's about all I have. Other than that, you all did a good job. The purple's my favorite color, so thank you.
Good teamwork. I was just going to echo some similar comments. Try not to read off your PowerPoint. I do like that you stepped in and helped your team member when she had a few moments of like, I can't remember what I was going to say. Good job stepping in and helping your teammate. That's very good. So kudos to you. Can we go back to the cost slide, please?
I think you passed it, yeah. Yep.
Okay, so cost to make is $28,500. How did you, is that an exact estimate of, did you look up the materials? How did you come up with the cost for $28,500?
We asked someone who made a greenhouse, and he gave us this estimate.
Okay, so if you're asking someone, you need to cite that as well, because it seems very high, but I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but especially you need to have it, say we got this, our estimate, since you're scaling down what you're showing us, I get it, you have to because it's too big, but I need to know, at least give a list of materials of the so this is polycarb, right? How much does it cost just for the polycarb? How much does it cost for the framing? How much? So we can see the breakdown of the cost of the $28,500. Because for me, if I was a farmer, I'm like, that's a big cost. So I just wanted to make sure you got your cost correct, so I know as the judge and as a possible customer that I want to know where that cost is coming from. Usually, with what we do in our business, we have to itemize the things with the prototype. If you say, hey, why is this prototype costing us $15,000? Well, it's a build material, right? So same thing. I want to know how you came up with that number, and also going back, since we're on the same slide, you have a okay profit margin. It's not bad, but like I said, I really want to see where the cost comes from with that $28,500. Also, like you said, very professional. I really appreciate you dressing up for the presentation. Thank you. And I love that you were honest in your first slide. You said you had problems. and we worked through them. So that's great. You're very upfront and honest about that. I really appreciate that too. Some other things, fit and finish with your presentation, it could be improved. There were things I caught also. The spacing was a little off, some margins were a little off. So just remember, keep it very fit and finish. But other than that, I thought you were very professional and did a good job. And yeah, that's all I got for now. But thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna piggyback on them. Off the pricing too. Make sure to put, like the size that you're looking at for that 32.5 and the 10, so we kind of know. So in case we miss something, we're listening to you, we can go back to the slide and see what the 32.5 is for, what the 10 is for, and that kind of thing. I agree with him totally on the pricing, material, all that stuff. When you went to the solution slide, you kind of explained the thermal tarp and that kind of stuff. But again, bring your prototype out, kind of explain it. Take that time to go through it, especially since you took the time to make it. Don't just have it on there so we don't know what's going on. The story. Your story had characters. Use that for marketing or for when you're doing branding or something like that. Use that story to show, the wife and husband having issues with the flowers and stuff. Use that as a social media reel, okay? Give me actual facts in that slide. Give me something, like I can actually, don't give me a story. Does that make sense? Yeah. But yeah, everything, you guys did a great job. You can tell that you tried to pick it up and, make it work, and I appreciate it. And you guys all came and ready to go today, so thank you again.
Team, we actually had a question from Naomi. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gardy. Let's have Mr. Gardy first, then Naomi. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Just a little feedback. I'm a home gardener, but I do know enough about gardening to know that typically you don't want to water from overhead. So when you have your sprinklers at the top, that can cause some problems for your plants. You really want to water at the base of your plant. So I would think about a prototype that thinks about how to water from a lower area, so that you're not causing any issues with fungus or mold or disturbing blossoms as they're trying to turn into the fruit. Talk to some farmers about like what is best. But I love the idea of having a something like that, because the Fresno heat kills. You see the things that say requires full sun, not in Fresno. A little bit shade's okay. You need that protective layer when it's 110 degrees outside. So I appreciate your thinking.
Thank you, Mr. Gardy. All right, Naomi had a question.
It's more like advice. Maybe like try to say more things like that are not in the slides. And Lorraine, you kind of like started like talking low at the beginning, but you talk louder at the end. Maybe like, but Amy and Maddie, you guys could talk a little bit louder.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good job.